Delhi Capitals are up against the mighty Mumbai Indians in the final of the IPL 2020. I want to claim a little credit for myself. Before the IPL started, I had taken, just a bet in name in my office with our team that it will be an MI versus DC final. So it is going to be just that. So let me gloat over it. Second point is, any team is beatable on any given day, no matter how strong they may be. And in the game of cricket, the mighty Australians were beaten by India quite a few times when they had probably one of the best teams in the world with some great fast bowlers, spin bowlers, and an array of batsmen. So anybody is beatable. That is the premise on which this game is played. Yes, statistically, DC have lost 3 games to MI quite badly in this IPL season. Even in the playoff, where they were there against MI, they were very badly thrashed. So it wasn't a very happy situation for DC. But I believe that the way they played in their last match, particularly the way they shuffled their batsmen, their batting lineup, and the bowlers, the way they perform, they have a very good chance. Let me take you through a couple of those points quickly. So first of all, the move to bring in Marcus Stoinis in as an opener was an excellent move. It paid off. He was the man of the match. He also claimed wickets. And Marcus has himself said that in the Big Bash League, he has often opened. He's used to it. But in the IPL, this was for the first time. It took away Prithvi Shaw out of the equation, who has not been in the best of forms, has floundered, gives his wicket away way too early on certain shots. So bringing in Marcus Stoinis was terrific. Shikhar Dhawan batted very well around him, with him. So this is a very nice a set that can open for DC again. And then you have a couple of other batsmen around that, around this opening pair, who can do their job. And for that, Hetmeyer, the way he was promoted again, he needs to be given a little more time. In any case, this is the final, so it's a high-pressure situation. Hetmeyer is young. He has a very audacious style of batting. He's aggressive. He can hit sixes at will. Has the power as well as the ability, and technically pretty sound. Give him some time. Don't bring him too lower in the batting order. And the way DC promoted him was, I thought, a pretty good move. So if he comes up, and then Captain Shreyas Iyer, who has not been in the best of forms, but in the last match he played pretty decently. He and wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant need to slightly up their game, because in case it comes down to that their batting skills are required, it shouldn't be seen as well. The moment the top 3 go, it's the end of DC. I also believe that DC should and hopefully try to bat first and try and bat MI out of the match. Now, for that, they have to be somewhere close to 190 to 200 total, which in a IPL final might be difficult to do so. But when I say they need to bat MI out of the match, there has to be a formidable figure on that scoreboard, which gives them a chance. Then the fast bowlers, Rabada and Nokia, they have bowled very well in tandem in the death as well in the opening attack. So they need to just focus on their line, and like the point Shane Warne has made a couple of times, and so have some of the other experts, that when you are trying to bowl those Yorkers, either you have absolute control and pinpoint accuracy. Otherwise, if you deviate just a few centimeters, they're going to knock you out of the park. So that line as well as the length is pretty crucial. Now, should that be the back of a length? Should it be a little away from the batsman, those wideish Yorkers? So that is something that they need to figure out. The speed is not an issue, and they bowled very well in tandem. It's also a pretty good move to have Ravi Ashwin open the bowling attack, because there's always a chance that with his skidders and with his knuckleballs and what have you, there is always a chance that Ashwin takes a wicket early. And on his day, particularly during the power plays, he is a terrific operator. There is a sense that he brings in his variations, his wisdom, his experience easily one of the finest spinners in India, if not the world today. Can Ravi Ashwin do the rope trick for DC in this final? It would also come down to the fact that when you look at their record as Delhi Daredevils and then their progression into DC, they have never reached the final of any IPL. This is the first time that they've reached the final of an IPL. In 2019, they got into the semis and they lost. So this is the best that they have done. Let's not forget Coach Ricky Ponting, because Ponting, I'm a huge fan of that man as a player, and now as a coach. We've seen some of his videos when he's talking to them, to the players in a bunch, not only to point out certain deficiencies, but concentrates more on their strengths. So that is the sign of a good leader who doesn't get into the weakness part of it too much. You always tell, as a good leader, you always tell your players or your team members, play on your strengths, stay calm, be patient, and the results will follow. So this combination has worked for DC this time. You have Ricky Ponting, who has shown them the light, who has stayed with them. Mohammad Kaif is his 2IC, and they both bring a lot of liveliness into that box where they sit. That preparation is complete. That the way they are looking at handling the final is good. Shreyas Iyer himself has gone on record to say that at the end of the day, we stuck together as a family, very happy with the effort every individual has put in. They've been getting great support from the coaches and the support staff. On top of that, the team has been so special. Stoinis also went on record to say that MI are a very good team, have played consistently, but they are due an off game. Now that's very crucial. They are due an off game. Will the final be that day where MI has an off game and DC gets in? As a DC supporter, I really hope that DC wins, and it would be terrific for Delhi Capitals. Good luck to the boys. Have a great time and hopefully win the title. That's all for now.